sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis love just made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her, swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch, I've been in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis love just made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar.
like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all the diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her, swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch. I've been in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. Only in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. Only in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday. On this Monday, man, y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel if you're new and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trying hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday, something that me and Dunk started at the top of the year in 2023. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Just a quick little break from sneakers, man, because we could talk Bread 4's Reimagined all day long. I even got another video dropping on it like pretty soon, probably this week. So, I mean, at this point, man, nothing truly, like, I guess you can say, surprised me about it. You know, I've seen all the chitter chatter and stuff like that. Also, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it is free to sign up. We talk a little bit of everything from over there because we got a lot of different sections that, from the growth that we've taken, from where we only had like 5 sections, like 5 little main areas, like I guess we can call them like discussion rooms. You know, I don't want to say chat rooms and sound old, but I mean, that's what they pretty much are. We grew, man. So, and probably going to add a couple more channels, added some more mods, aka administrators over there, help kind of keep things in order. So as we grow, so appreciate that for the growth in the sold out Discord. But tonight, this is Music Monday. Now, this would be the normal time that I would introduce Dunks, but I'm not sure what's going on with Dunks. Maybe he is working. Maybe he had to do some stuff over the overtime. Not everybody gets the holidays off, which I believe Dunks had to go to work. So I'm almost positive he may just be getting to the shmoney. So salutes to Dunks and the hustle mentality. But we're going to talk Benzino and Eminem. I want to start it off with that. Yeah. A beef that's kind of gone on a little too long. I mean, like, I remember this beef happening when I was a little kid, right? Okay, so I want to touch over that. I see where Benzino has done a Drink Champs interview, and, you know, I'm going to touch on that tonight. Also going to touch on Diddy working with a new lawyer, going to get the update on his situation, because some of his cases, I see that he, you know, ultimately, not saying he's not going to be able to pay everybody off, but it's getting to the point where it's like, all right, I did it one time, I'm not going to do it again. You know, it gets to the point, and the old saying is simple, you know, if you bend one time, you're going to have to continue to slowly bend. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to keep your guard up, and if you know you truly didn't do nothing, which I'm not saying Diddy did or didn't, right? Okay, I'm just saying, if you know you truly didn't do anything, then yeah. But then again, like I said, I see both sides where if you have to sometimes, hey, man, sometimes it's just easier to settle sometimes. You know, sometimes the easy route may not necessarily be the best route, because easy route, sometimes, you know, while it is, you know, you don't want to deal with the stress, this, that, and the third, it leaves a lot of things out in the air. So I'm going to touch on the Diddy update. We're going to touch on Chrisean Rock apparently is getting sued by, and I don't want to get this the wrong one, so I think it was an assault case that happened here. I'm not sure if we've covered it, but I believe, let's see, they got the name, says Chrisean Rock appears to address lawsuit over alleged attack on Tamar Braxton's backup singer. Okay, that's what it was. I didn't want to say it was Tamar Braxton, so I was saying it's the backup singer. So Chrisean, yeah. And to be honest, man, looking at this picture of her, even though this is not the most recent picture because she has the blue face tattoo on her throat, which then covered up, then put it right back on the side of her face. I hate to say this, but this is almost an example of do anything, like, you know what I'm saying? She's willing to do anything to work, I guess, a regular job. You know, if this is what's bringing in the money, she's going to keep doing it. At this point, it's hard to take them. They're supposed to be like reality people, but a lot of this stuff, you know, they're doing this for, you know, from the outside looking in, and gets to the point, this is how they make their living. Allegedly, you know, this whole live is alleged on the opinionated base. I don't want to get in any trouble. We're gonna talk about that, and then we'll close out with Troy Ave. With his whole situation, with him and Taxstone, he still had to do some time, and I think he has to do a year. And while that doesn't sound bad compared to what Taxstone got to do, however, any day where you were locked away from your freedom probably feels like forever, and you just get used to it. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, like, as a person who's had to sit down a couple times, and no, I ain't been locked up or nothing like that, but I've been out of my environment, out of the norm situation a little too long, and it sucks the first couple of days, but all honesty, as you be sitting down, to be honest, once you adapt to the environment, it sucks, but I mean, at the same time, you become numb to it. So, like I said, I don't have to sit down before, and not like how you guys think, but I've had to, take a little break, and, sometimes it's good to go away and just think. So, he knew, this is my thing with his whole situation, and then we're going to transition right back to Eminem and Benzino, but this is my whole thing with Troy Ave, right? You caught on camera handling business. Now, his story is saying he already had been hit, and he wrestled the guy over the gun, and still was able to, like, he made him seem like a superhero, and it was completely self-defense, and it wasn't his gun. So we'll see how that goes. And this happened in 2016. So I think Troy just started doing the time like last year in 2023. So honestly, and we're gonna read through the article, but I'm saying, like, to be honest, man, and I know it feels like forever to him, but he should be preparing to come home in any couple months with good behavior and all that too. But with feds, I think his joint was his stuff was local. He gotta do 50%. He gotta do only like feds, you got to do 80 to 85%. When you're doing local, you only got to do half of the time. So if he got a year, he should be coming home in about 6 months, And I will say this, man, Troy Ave, and I'm going to speak on him as a rapper right now. While he is not the best rapper, right? Lyrically, he don't have it. But what he does have, in place of having no major lyric skills, he has great wordplay. Just like French Montana, he has great wordplay. Like Troy Ave has great wordplay over a fresh beat, and then he can give you a nice hook. So to be honest, Troy Ave's skills low key could be, if people don't want to hear it from him, should one of the most bigger successful rappers start writing for them, because there's money in the game of writing as well. You know what I'm saying? I just want to throw that out there. But let's start off with this Benzino thing and Drink Champs interview. Let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom. Y'all make sure y'all can hear me okay. Audio's okay. I think we are looking good, man. Yeah. So, Benzino rips into Eminem, then gets emotional talking about rapper during Drink Champs in interview. So, I can only imagine, right, that they're going to have Eminem, because he's already taking random shots, and I have my own thoughts about Eminem, and I don't want to be the guy that sounds like a hater, but if there was ever such thing as an industry plant, right, in my opinion, it's Eminem. Benzino, he's never been the guy that I looked at as a rapper. I just thought he was the guy from the Source magazine joint. I think he like co-owned it or something like that, but don't quote me on that. I know he has rap, and he does throw bars out there. I'm not saying he can't do music, but it's just hard to take him serious sometimes too, but Eminem, I've always said this, right? And I'm not taking either side here, but I've always said this about Eminem. No disrespect, Eminem can't rap without, let me put it, he can't rap, in my opinion, and allegedly, he can't rap good without dissing somebody. What up, Manny? I see you. What's good, man? So y'all come in this joint, smash and hit that like button, man. Really goes a long way. But yeah, I've always said that Eminem is an industry plant, and I know and this is the thing, Eminem is, I look at him no different than, say, Beyonce, or a like Cardi B, or Megan Thee Stallion, or those top females like that, Nicki Minaj. Just they got those crazy fan base that no matter what, you cannot do no wrong. They cannot do no wrong. Man with the Kick says Benzino needs to stop the drugs. You think he does drugs, man? That's a question I'm taking very serious. I I don't know about that, but Dunks also brought up this about Drink Champs too when we were talking like during the Goodfellas meeting Friday. I don't know if you guys remember it, Manny, but remember he was like, and I'm pretty sure he said this over this because that's when I heard he said Drink Champs is kind of like a gift, and I said it's a gift and a curse, and Dunk said, you know, it's really kind of like this is my thing. Entertaining wise, it's a good show, but it's a show where, you know, maybe it's a little too reckless, you know, because there's like a no holds barred, which that's what makes it cool. And if you think about it, they don't even have to chop their stuff up. Like, no disrespect to all the other people that have this same platform, like, let's see, the Breakfast Club, or like freaking other people like Vlad TV. They don't even have to chop their stuff up. You can watch, they leave the whole interview up. You know, even Shannon Sharp hits his stuff in different parts. He dropped the main interview and then he chops it up in shorts. That's what Vlad do. He drops it up in little bitty different parts so he can drop 1 to 2, if not maybe 3, 4, 5 videos a day around the clock. So he's always constantly up here working. Manuel Kick says, Dunk's right about Drinks Champ. Yeah, I mean, could it be somewhat damaging to the culture? You know what I'm saying? It's because the thing is, the one that really got to me, right? And I don't want to make this all about Drink Champs, but I can't help but bring it up because obviously this is where this is coming from. Is the Kodak Black interview, man. That one I feel like, hey, man, y'all gotta stop it. Because the thing is, they were asking legit real questions, but from the outside looking in, homie looked so gone and stirring up his words and answering this. This is my thing. Even when he's not like that, like if you look at his Breakfast Club interviews, he's so subtle and speaks and he keeps it short and simple. Now you see him where it appears to be, right? In my opinion, and you know, we did a live on this about Kodak Drink Champs interview. Homie looked like he was, you know, a little too out of it. His other homie that was next to him, which I don't even know who the hell that was. I'm guessing one of his artists. He was out of it too, but he didn't have to answer as many questions as Kodak. So, like, if Kodak could have just sat there, they would have been fine. You know, but homie just was sitting there, but as he was talking like that, I guarantee you, whatever substance, allegedly, if they were on any at all, because we don't know, you could tell that the way he was speaking, the only person that could understand him was the homie that was next to him on the same shit. You know, and it looks like Yak pulled up already under the influence on Drink Champs. But that's my opinion and alleged, right? But now we got Benzino rips into Eminem, then gets emotional talking about rapper during Drink Champs interview. So this is why, you know, Dunk saying, you know, it's a gift and a curse, man. And like I've said this before, and I feel like some people have said this in the Discord with Eminem. Homie, you already made it. You good. You don't gotta to be honest, you don't gotta rap. All you gotta do is do some shows here and there to keep however you want your life, your current life, the way your lifestyle is you want to live it. As long as you want to keep it that way, I understand. And I know what you're saying. He don't have to work. He could probably never go broke. But I'm saying, like, if you don't keep adding to the pot to form the maintain the lifestyle you got, yes, it will slowly disappear. This is anything in life. I'm not saying going broke, but I'm saying, like, just stop working and just try to live off the money you got now. And you keep taking and taking and taking. I guarantee you will see a decrease. And that just come with the game. So, yeah. But Dunk says Drink Champs is pretty much, you know, I'm going to just sum it up. The nicest way to say it's a gift and a curse. But let's see what we got going on. I may play a snippet of this video just to see. I don't know if they would copyright me for that or not. But you know what? I might pay it just to see what's up because I don't think they play music. Let's see. Benzino had a surprisingly emotional reaction when discussing his ongoing feud with Eminem. Says per Complex Joe Price, the two rappers have had beef ever since Benzino accused Eminem of approaching hip-hop culture in 2002. Says Eminem of incorporating hip-hop culture in 2002. Their issues were reunited once again in 2022 when Eminem was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It didn't help matters that Benzino's daughter spoke out in defense of Eminem shortly after. Interesting. So, and I'm pretty sure they're talking Coi Leray. That's his daughter. That's Benzino's daughter. Benzino made a guest appearance on a new episode of Drink Champs published on Saturday and recalled the origins of the feud. It's crazy that this actually made it because I didn't even know. I ain't saying I thought they had stopped doing Drink Champs interview, but I feel like all the GOATs they already, you know what I'm saying? Not saying Benzino is not a GOAT, but I mean like all the key players they already don't interview, you know? It says F Eminem and F everybody down with Eminem, said Benzino at the 46:11 mark. Says, my thing is this, the N-word won't face me. Yeah. I mean, this is my thing, man. This stuff should have been over a long time ago. I'm assuming this is the clip. I'm going to see if I can play it real quick. Let me see if I can cut up the volume, because I know it be kind of low whenever I play it on here for some reason, but let me make sure Dunks hasn't come in the building. No, sir. So Dunks maybe just chilling. But let me play this real quick. I just want to see. Homie said he invented the hip hop awards, period. All right, let's not stretch it there. And this is probably why this is not the best thing. Homie just chugged whatever that was, and I'm assuming it wasn't beer, and I'm assuming it was a straight shot, but it wasn't. That ain't a shot. That's like kind of like, whoa. And look at his face. Just if he didn't have those shades on, bro, I guarantee you that his eyes is crunched like a mother trucker. Let me play this.
I got a few to it. I got a few to it. But they said they took one down because he was out there wilding. It's acting. Nigga, fuck that nigga, man. Yeah, what we doing? You like Eminem, huh? Everybody, Shannon Sharp don't got a name. Like, Shannon Sharp's next big as me.
Oh, he is out of it, bro. I don't know if y'all got it, but I can tell he's out of it.
But I want to ask you, the transgender,
Homie said he's a gangster. Bro, this is not the best angle that I pause this video at. Like, bro, what is this dude? That's what I want to know.
That's it. It's done.
Interesting. So let me read through this real quick, because this is very interesting. Let's see. He says, my thing is the N-word won't face me. I know he ain't gonna fight me. He added, I know that, but how about I battle that N-word? How about we put this to bed? 3-round battle where me and him battle rap, and we have minutes and we battle. Says we have minutes and we battle. How about that? Just battle, no violence. After that, we can hug it out and let this ish be over. Yeah, I'm not an Eminem fan, like, per se, and no disrespect to Benzino for believing in himself. But yeah, I would think that Eminem is going to wash you in a battle, Benzino. In my opinion, and allegedly. I don't know. Maybe he's going to surprise us. Now, the stuff that he did hit back with where he responded to Eminem, that was cool. Like I said, I'm just not an Eminem fan, so to be honest, he probably would, in my eyes, probably give Eminem a run for his money. Eminem is lyrical, though, so I don't know what Benzino going to do. And I'm assuming he's assuming like a rap battle fresh up off the top of the head, versus doing something like because we know we can't do something like where they have the two songs where whoever they played each other's catalog, because that joint would not be no competition at all. Benzino would just take that L if you do that, where you got to do a versus, yeah, like a music versus. That's what I was thinking of. Remember versus they did where people play their hits and then whoever do the best performance and best songs is it. So yeah. I don't think he's ready for that, but maybe he's talking about an actual rap battle. He says, later in the interview, Benzino growing progressively more passionate at the denounced Eminem's hip-hop's credibility, referred to him as a rap Elvis, and cited him on live experience with violence and racism while residing in Boston. So there you go. Let me see, can we touch this real quick?
Bro, let me tell you, his fans like him because he's white. They don't fuck with us. Let me try to make fuck Eminem. I dusted Eminem. Rap Elvis, bitch. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. How about that?
I ain't gonna lie.
How about that? How come he ain't answer back? How come he ain't answer me? I'll beat the shit out of him with these.
Eminem or Machine Gun Kelly?
Fuck Eminem, bro.
So which one?
Fuck Eminem,
so
bro.
Which one?
Neither fuck both of them, bro.
Oh, he is out of it. Homie not rocking with nobody, yo.
Fucking Cassidy will kill Eminem in a battle rap, bro. Why do y'all give Eminem so much props? Why? Why do y'all like him? Because he's
That's my question too, by the way. Not the way he ended, but why do people like Eminem so much, if you ask me?
white? Is that it? What do you mean? Nah, like, what? Fuck that. We don't listen to that in the hood, bro.
A few moments later.
I don't got nothing against Eminem.
This dude just ranted about Eminem pretty much over half the interview or the snippets we seen, and now he's emotionally crying. Let's see, Benzino breaks down into tears while speaking on his beef with Eminem on Drink Champs. Yeah, this is why an example of people saying that Drink Champs is kind of stinging the culture.
I got nothing against Eminem. They can rap, but I care about us more. I don't want to go through. I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want to wait 2 years every time I do it.
Bro, I see why Drink Champs is successful. Like, to be honest, even though this isn't the best for the culture, this is entertaining. Like, this dude just was turned up saying, like, oh, I can beat him with these. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, now you've done a complete, like, what, 360 or 180, right? He's completely turned around, and now he's a complete opposite. Man, Eminem can rap and emotional. Like, he don't want to do this. Holy crap, bro. And this dude is, if he ain't crying, his face is sure shiny.
If you ask me about Eminem, the fuck you want me to do? Come on, man. My daughter came into the industry figuring that, hey, I gotta be cool with Eminem because everybody's against my dad.
Wow. This dude, is this Drink Champs or Therapy Champs at this point? Holy crap. He think his daughter came in saying that?
You think this shit is fucking cool? Oh, man. We're failing as a people. I don't hate Eminem. I don't know him to hate him. I don't hate white people. Tired of this shit, man. It's just too much. I don't want to be the bad guy.
You was just talking like you was about to be the bad guy, though. Like, what the hell? Dude, I've never, this is one of those, again, just like the Yak situation with the Yak interview. They got to know when the pause is. All right, like, man, hey, cut. You know, hey, cut. Because this not like they're live, even though they drop it, like, playing it like you can live and interact sometimes on YouTube. But this stuff be recorded. That's how you think they got all the snippets already.
8-year-old son that I dropped off at school this morning. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm all right. I don't want my DMs filled with. I've had 9 pages knocked down to me. White people think I love all people. Come on, man. All me and Eminem gotta do is sit down and talk with each other. Let's sit down and talk. Let's battle. Let's do whatever. But let's at least face to face meet each other.
If that was to happen, would you give him a 5?
Fuck it, man. I'd hug him.
Wow. Holy crap, bro. I feel like that was just an episode. No disrespect to the religions out there, but I feel like that was an episode of church, bro. Like, homie went all over. Like, if there was like a such thing as like therapy, confessions, that was what I just seen. No disrespect to Benzino. Just a little all over the place. It could be, obviously, on Drink Champs, they do other things over there as well. From the outside looking in, we should call it like Substance Champs, you know what I'm saying, or something, because these, like, it's very rare. And I remember they did one with Lamar Odom, right? And remember, I think it was him, and they was like, yo, he's recovering, blah, blah. Y'all don't need to put him on there. At the end of the day, I get what people are saying, and I get what people are saying about Drink Champs. But, hey, those people are, I'm not sure if he's paying them to come on there, but if they're coming there on their free will and he got all this liquor and stuff around them, then, I mean, if they're a legal adult, you know, if they say no, I mean, okay. But, you know, again, Me and a certain family member was just talking about this earlier. Like, pretty much, you be in your environment. If you don't want to be around that, if you don't do that, you probably say, nah, I'm gonna decline. I don't want to be around it. Oh, you ain't got to drink, homie. I know, but still, even when Pharrell went on there, he still had his own little special drink too, and he didn't even drink like that at all. He had a little stuff, but he even had a little sip, but he was chill, you know. Let me hit the rest of this article real quick. It says, you think Boston is a joke? Boston ain't no effing joke. Surviving Boston with racism and the MFing gang-ish in Boston since 85, he said at the 49-minute mark. So he wants to claim to be, I'm not saying he's not a gangster, but he talks at the gangster talk a lot. You know, a lot of people try not to, that's really like that. You don't have to explain yourself. Says hip hop is the blood that we lose. Like them young N-words in Chicago and everywhere else, they killing each other, and it's over hip hop. Hip hop is who we are. He can't come in and invade hip hop and Rosenberg and make trillions of dollars. That N-word didn't even go to Nipsey Hussle's funeral, bro. If he's effing so hip hop, how come he ain't blocked 10 blocks in? How come he ain't blocked 10 blocks in NFing Detroit and give it to the homeless black people? Man, F Eminem, bro. Yes, that's something harsh. I mean, just because you get successful don't mean you have to do X, Y, Z, you know? People always think whenever you get successful, you're supposed to go right back to the hood and do that in the third. Rest in peace to Nipsey. He was putting stuff back in his hood, and you see how it goes, you know? So rest in peace. That's why you see why people don't always do that, you know. Benzino tone took a more emotional turn into the interview where he broke down and cried, saying, I don't have nothing against Eminem. Eminem can rap, but I care about us more. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So yeah, dude literally was all over the place, bro. Yeah. It says Benzino burst into tears with no support from his neck. Oh, wow. They took a shot at this. He said Benzino burst into tears with no support from his neck. Hey, they taking shots at him because, you know, Benzino, you know, he do look like he don't have a neck at all. Or the host of the Drink Champs after bottomless cups of sponsored dark liquor. Says Benzino wept over his beef with Eminem, claiming they could put all behind them, and mentioned Coi Leray, who he says felt that she had it nice to be. She had to be nice to, and that's like Eminem. So it says, for 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem. F you want me to do? Come on, man. I love my daughter. I raised my daughter like any other N-word would. He said, my daughter came into the industry figuring that, hey, I gotta be cool with Eminem because I'm against your dad. Yeah, so we heard all that earlier. And it says, let me read the last little part best. Before excusing himself from the remainder of the episode, the rapper began a tangent, tearing, reflecting on how the black community continues to disrespect and kill each other, saying, we got to love each other. Let's love each other. Stop fronting for the gram and love each other. Yeah. So, wow. That's Benzino, everybody. Am I surprised in any way, shape, or form? No. So, he pretty much, this is basically what they have on Hip Hop DX. It says, Benzino backtracks Eminem hate during the drunken interview moment. So, safe to say, homie, yeah, he just had a little bit too much to drink. And, bro, this is my thing. If you can't handle your liquor, you probably don't need to go over there. And I ain't going to guess the height of Benzino. And not that this has anything to do with it, but a lot of that stuff, you know, depending on your weight and all that stuff, or how much you can actually drink. Or if you don't drink like that at all, it doesn't take much. You know, it depends. I'm not saying if you drink, Nori them do this, like, no disrespect. I'm not saying for a living, but this is one of their, Nori, I'm pretty sure Nori's not doing the show for free. So Nori does this for some money. So he does this to get it back. So he does this on the regular. You know what I'm saying? The people that come on there, are they literally drinking like that? Because the stuff I seen with the Chris Brown interview, that joint was pretty litty too. Let's see. So let me read through this article real quick, and then we'll transition into the Chrisean Rock situation, then the Diddy situation, and close out with Troy Abs. And that should put us right at probably that hour and 30-minute mark. And even if we finish up a little early, man, hey, why not, man? We kicking it back. Hopefully, whoever had it off for President's Day, y'all had a good, relaxed one. I ain't gonna hold you. I got up early, still did my thing. But I did take a nap, and then after that, one of my family members called me and pretty much have been putting me to work ever since. So I might as well for like borderline not even having a day off, but I love them because that's my family. And they know I do anything for them. But anyway, so let me read through this real quick. It says, Benzino has a momentary change of heart when it comes to his hatred of Eminem, declaring that there is a place in rap for a Detroit legend. Okay, so now he's switching him up to a legend. So he basically giving him the credit. I wonder if Eminem's going to now officially stop taking jabs in Benzino. You know what I'm saying? Because homie's already telling you that he's tired of doing, they've been at it for so long, low key, which to be honest, I thought it was a beat that just fizzled out. To just now say like, hey, I just want to be grown adults here is what I'm basically getting. But knowing Eminem, him and 50 are like kind of the same person almost. When they have beef with somebody, it seems like it's forever. I mean, granted, we've seen 50 squash some beefs, but if he doesn't like you, he doesn't mind taking jabs at you. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't tap out against somebody like Eminem or 50 Cent, because if you do, they're just gonna continue to kick. They will kick you while you're down. So that's what I'm trying to get at. Like me, I can't kick nobody while they're down, dog. Like even if we got beef and I see them already, I'm like, man, I don't really hate it for them, but at the same time, like I ain't, I know how it is when I'm down, and people will kick you when you're down. Man with the Kick says, Chrisean has been struggling since Blueface got incarcerated. I mean, safe to say he was the brains behind the operation, allegedly. Let's see. During an emotional episode of Drink Champs, the hip-hop mogul started out by doubling down on his past disdain of Eminem, reiterating his opinion that he won their most recent battle, and asking why the Detroit MC has failed to respond to his latest diss. Eminem is kind of like Nicki Minaj, so to speak. They gonna respond whenever they want to. Like, you know what I'm saying? That and Nicki say, queens respond when they want, this and the third. Now, I'm not gonna call Eminem a king. I can't even give him. I see where Benzino is coming from. Eminem is the example of an industry plant if there ever was one. And what's an industry plant? Something where it's one of those like, I'm not saying that Eminem don't have some songs that hit, but a lot of his songs, when the industry plant drops, pretty much the record labels push it allegedly, right? This is all alleged. They push it through every single platform that got an audio device on it that you can hear out. Like, they're gonna be cool. You're gonna see it in commercials. You're gonna see it in ads. You're gonna see like automatically come up on your recommended list no matter what. If you ain't searched for Eminem in 20 years, you're gonna see it automatically come up because it's gonna be having something that associated with it where it's gonna be next. Right down to your Spotify playlist and Spotify playlist, and then also your right down to even if you just listen to the radio, which my cousin put me on that because I was talking to them earlier. Like, oh, I just hear it on the radio. I'm like, man, I ain't cut the radio on it. Yeah, like I listen to like the interviews and stuff, but as far as just regular old radio, don't ask me what my local radio stations are here because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just put on Spotify joint and put on a rotation and keep it moving. So, and I don't know about you guys, but that's just, I don't notice any of that. So let me read through the rest of this real quick. He says, I don't have nothing against Eminem. He begun around the 2 hour and 35 minute mark. He says he can rap, but it's about us more. So, I'm not going to read through all this over and over. So, and then, first appearance of poking. It says Benzino Drink Champs appearance made waves when it was first announced with people poking fun of his neck. I remember when Lotto used his neck as a reference. Like, Benzino, bruh, something up with him, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But his neck, I will say, to be nice about it. it stands out, you know. So I ain't trying to say I don't know if he has an issue or not, but let's see. Says Benzino Drink Champs appearance made waves. Read that one when people made fun of his neck or started poking fun of his neck. In a clip that was teased to promote the interview, the former co-owner of the source went off on those who have been saying he has no neck. Hey, I gotta read this part of the article though, bro. It says, though he didn't name Eminem in the snippet, the Detroit MC did ridicule the media perpetrator bill just last month. Okay, so I think he has a neck. It's just that his neck is like, I just think he's older, man. He's an older guy. You know, when you get older, the skin get a little looser. I think he just has loose skin, even though he works out. You know, I've seen him where he's working out and stuff. Now I don't know what he's doing, but yeah. So let me read. It says, I got a effing neck. He said, yo, they didn't play this part in the other. I'm glad I looked at this other article. It says, I got an effing neck, he said, while stretching the collar of his shirt down to give everyone a look. Everybody has a effing neck. Hey, he feels some type of way. He says, what the F the head sits on, you stupid, idiotic MFer. Shannon Sharp don't got a neck. Shannon Sharp neck is big. Pause. Hey, pause. Pause on all this, bro, but pause. Says, Shannon Sharp don't got no neck. That don't sound right. Shannon Sharp neck big as me. Y'all say nothing to Shannon Sharp. I think it's because the way his pause, the way he got his skin is looser and Shannon Sharp's isn't. Eminem recently took aim at his anniversary of the 2+ decades on new song with Lyrical Lemonade called Doomsday Part 2, reuniting the feud with the Boston native after originally beefing with him in the mid-2000s or the mid-thousands. Says the self-proclaimed rap god mocked his rival finance woes and physical stature on the joint. I like whoever wrote this joint. No pun intended. Says over a sample of the classic hit Role Model, he raps, "Now I got a riddle, one condition, you must laugh." And he said, what is the opposite of Benzino? A giraffe. He says, go at his neck. How the F is that? I can't go at something that doesn't have. Yo. Yo, that was fucked up, bro. Funny, but effed up. Says this guy really is all over the place. He's been mouthing Eminem for 20 years while also saying he has nothing against him. At this point, it's a mercy that he isn't giving a response. Ghost-written diss track, crying in interviews, deadbeat allegations from his own daughter, accused, I'm gonna say, no, it's not allegations, that's assumptions or something like that. Don't get me to mess up, y'all know where I'm at. It says the guy just keeps handing himself L's. What's crazy is this almost feels bad. You almost feel bad for the guy. He clearly has some mental problems. He has been all over the place. Now, I don't know if I can agree with this person or not, but yeah, he has been all over the place emotionally. He says he had a moment of clarity. We've all been there. Sometimes our inner demons run our lives. I'm not saying that he did. He says rapped or talked about is truly justified, but there's a moment in people's lives where they got the clarity and just give along with the get on to the point. Says I'm all for peace and matter. Benzino knows he did wrong. Eminem won. Now let's just move on and keep making money. Still waiting on the M and Lupe collab. So there you go, man. So a lot of people say, all right, cool. We get why he did it. He want to squash a beef. It is what it is. I don't even remember what the original beef was like over between those two, man, because it's been going on for so. You know, ever somebody beef so long to the point like, man, we don't even. Y'all, we should wake up one day and be like, hey, why are we fighting again? I'm pretty sure that's probably what it is. Yeah, that pretty much covers the Benzino and Eminem situation. Let's go ahead and transition to Chrisean Rock. Definitely want to touch on this one. We'll read both articles too. Apparently, lawsuit over alleged attack over Tamar Braxton backup singer. So I know this did happen, a couple months ago. Man, I don't know if she just does this to be relevant or if this is really her. And to keep it 100, she's an attractive girl, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she not, but I don't know about that tooth knockout joint though. But if she just was to clean herself up, you know what I mean? She really would. You know what I mean? She really could be somebody. And I'm not saying she's not, but I mean, because obviously it's because we're here talking about her. So, yeah, I don't like to see people where it's kind of like, it seems like they have no control. It says Chrisean Rock took to social media to respond to a lawsuit filed against her and criticized an unnamed person for wasting their money on getting a lawyer involved. Here we go. It says, this big back BITCH N-word think he finna get a cent of me BITCH. You know you just wasted your money on that dang lawyer. And she didn't say dang. It says Chrisean tweeted on weekend, says, yeah. So that's what she wrote on a tweet. So I'm guessing she got served. And I ain't gonna lie, when the papers do come, as this has happened to me 2 times. The first time I wasn't there. And technically I didn't get served, but you know, they didn't. Once they served, then they'll hit you with it again in the mailbox, bro. Like, y'all could have just mailed this to me to begin with. But I think it's something about them having to actually put it directly in your hand. And then, let's see. Yeah, then the second time I got served again with something like a warrant or whatever. Probably talking too much. But the thing is, the way my schedule has switched up, not to tell my business, every time homie came, I was like, I don't know him. So I just kind of chilled and whatever. So he finally, like, I ain't gonna tell you what he did to finally, I had to meet him. He's like, man, I understand, man. I had that dude stressed out because if they technically don't serve you the document, then, you know what I mean, you can easily argue and get stuff delayed and say, and hey, you did not hear this from me, by the way, but you can get stuff delayed because, hey, yeah, I didn't know until blah, blah, I have no proper time to prepare. They gotta give you have the right, you're innocent until proven guilty, and you have the right to defend yourself. Not cheap, but you have the right to an attorney in majority of all legal situations, if not all. I'm pretty sure all. But let me read through this article real quick. It says the 23-year-old didn't say exactly who she was referring to, but the tweet coincides with her current legal battle with background singer James Wright, who is suing her for allegedly assaulting him during a Tamar Braxton Love and War 10th anniversary concert in Los Angeles in November. It says in the lawsuit, Wright alleges Rock uses homophobic slurs and gave him multiple lacerations to his face, as well as breaking 2 of his teeth. Now, I mean, yeah, and I guess you can't really say the same about her because she chooses when to leave her tooth in or take her tooth out, and it's crazy that she can just remove it with her tongue. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. I am big on teeth when it comes to my ladies, though. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know if I could date her with that teeth missing out. Granted, I know she did it over something over the show with him or something like that, but still. Says Rock had taken a break from social media once Wright lawsuit was made public, but she marked her return by dissing the unnamed person in her last tweet. She also mentioned she would be redirecting her energy to more important things like her upcoming music releases. Okay, I will say this. Some of her songs do hit, though, to keep it 100. Some of them do hit, and I'm going to just leave it at that. It says, yeah, I took a break from the social media because I'm putting my energy into the next projects, FR, which I mean for real, I'm assuming, and all that negative-ish be nothing. Even my Bob right now, my next move gonna be my best move, Rock added. Wow, my Bob, right? Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm guessing she's talking about punching or something like that. It says, yeah. But sometimes with these, and they got 100 in between there, so yeah. It says Tamar Braxton invited Rock to her show as a special guest and wanted her to perform. However, scheduling conflicts prevented Rock from giving a full performance, and she was escorted off the stage. The alleged fight between her and Wright broke out when she went backstage. In an Instagram post, Braxton alleged that Rock was traumatizing Wright while writing "Justice for James" in the caption. Interesting. So, look like seems like she's on the side of her backup dancer, which is kind of understandable. So yeah, very interesting. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is my thing. Do we continue to feel bad for Chrisean if she likes the way she is? You know, you can only, no disrespect from the outside looking in, and allegedly she likes the way she is. She's not, you know what I mean? She's been shown and given ample opportunity to step away from that type of situations that she's been in. But it's around her. That's just how she is, you know? And Blueface he still be messing around with both of them if we're going to keep it 100. So he borderline likes it, even though technically he's locked up. And then once he get out, he got to go face another judge in Las Vegas. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying he's not coming home soon, but not without no real bread. You know what I mean? So he's got to sit there to July, unless he get out with good behavior. But if you think about it, yeah, it's still February. I'm almost positive. Yeah, next week will be March, I believe. But yeah, so this ain't gonna be no walk in the park if you've had your freedom taken away from you. Look like we got a new subscriber in the building. Orgene Serlerbrick just subscribed. Appreciate that, man. Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. Definitely appreciate it. Sub up, definitely. That really goes a long way as well. Sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the chat too, homie. But yeah, I say all to say, like, he's obviously likes that type of stuff, man. You know, and that stuff is kind of toxic, but you got to keep in mind, think about it. Chrisean's 23 years old, so Blueface is probably somewhere around the ballpark of the same age as her. We got J-Rod with a comment. J-Rod says, didn't she rap about how she was done with him and then tattoos herself with her portrait? Yeah. So what she did, from what I remember, is she eventually said she was done with him, and then she covers the throat tattoo is covered with a rose. Then I guess he sweet talks her while he locks up, allegedly, and now she got a whole Blueface tattoo on the side of her face. I'll pull that joint up. Hold up. Let me put myself back on the main screen. Let me see if I can just show y'all. I'm pretty sure if I just type in Chrisean Rock tattoo, you can't help but see that. Let's see, Chrisean, like, yeah, and I guess she's known as an American rapper, but it's like, it's kind of hard to be known as that whenever, you know, it's just always, negativity always seems to be attached to her name, you know what I mean? Let me see, Chrisean Rock tattoo. Holy crap, is this even new? She did a cover up. Okay, I guess she done this several times. This is kind of weird. Let me see real quick. But yeah, because I didn't even know she had this on here, but let me share my screen. I guess she tattooed and covered this name up. This ain't the first time she did this. Let me share my screen. Boom. So apparently she's had one on the back of her neck, which is weird. And the one I was thinking about was the one on her throat. Like right here, that's him. That's a little bit too much. I would not want a girl that obsessed. And then she covered the joint up with this right here, where she covered it up with a rose. Like, bro, I'm gonna be 100. I'm not happy with these, like, they showing her tooth out. It's kind of like a broken doll, you know what I mean? It's kind of, I don't know. And then now I think she got it on the side of her face. I didn't know she had one in the side of her head. Interesting. Like, I guess I don't know nothing about the girl. But, yeah, say all that to say. But it's another one she got, the most recent one. Yeah, this is the most recent one right here, where she put them on. She covered it up with that rose and then put it on the side of her face. So she's had this dude, and then I guess that's him also on the side of her neck right there on the, right here too. Like, I don't know who is that supposed to be, so. And isn't Blueface real name Jonathan? So I'm almost positive that's his name right there. So interesting. I would not want nobody that obsessed with me. You know what I mean? No disrespect. But I wouldn't want nobody that obsessed, because that's kind of weird to me. Let me hit the chat real quick. J-Rod says, who in the hell is going to date someone with another man's face on her cheek? Right. So remember, she actually did. She was talking to somebody. They did a whole little song together or whatever. And she still had the Blueface joint. And to keep it 100, you got a point. This is my thing. Chrisean, keep in mind, Chrisean not ugly. Like, you know, for the single guys out there, you know, but this my thing where is this, right? I know what I was going to say, but I'm glad I called myself not appropriate. I'm going to word it differently. How she expects somebody to take her serious, all right? Like, if y'all say, cool, I'm over him, I'm moving on, blah, blah, but you still... Now, I have talked to some girls where they had their ex's name tatted on them. I'm going to be 100. It didn't really bother me at all. Like, you know, like, if we was going to get married or something, I'd think about it, got to get it covered up. But, I mean, you don't really notice it if you catch my drift whenever you know what I mean. So... But still, you got to go out and dates. Well, yeah, you're supposed to do dates in public and stuff. At least the people I had talked to, theirs where it's like you couldn't see it unless like they just was wearing a certain outfit. For the most part, with just a regular t-shirt, you wouldn't know. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I get your point. Because on the face is a whole different ball game. Trust me, I know. When people see... Honestly, once you start going tattoos, it's always... I remember when I first ever started getting into tattoos. I got my first one at 18 because I was illegal. I was legal at that point. I always wanted like one on my neck. I always thought neck tattoos were like, but back then first off, tattoos used to be considered like a, you know, hey man, you're pushing the limit here. But then once people started covering them up all the way up to their neck, they're like, okay, cool, we accept tattoos, but nothing over the neck or the hands. And you know, people just kept pushing it to the point where it actually did become up to the face and then the head and stuff like that. So to be honest, man, all it takes is for people to just get used to seeing what you look like. And then also, but in her case, there still is somebody's face. But then again, I got people's face tatted on my neck, the back of my neck, the side of my neck, all that. So like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, mine isn't like my ex or anything like that. So different ball game. Let me read through the rest of this real quick. Says Chrisean did not hold back, going off on a man who has lobbed assault allegations at her for filing a lawsuit, informally in him that the choice was a mistake. So I'm not gonna read through the whole thing, but yeah, she clearly is in her feelings. But I mean, who was ever really excited to be sued? You know what I'm saying? If you ever been to court, it's still like, ugh. Says, soon as the allegations first surfaced back in November, Chrisean Rock declared in innocence, noting that there's no footage of the attack. Says, why try to lie and say nobody told you was about to perform? Her friend who was present at the show said during an Instagram live, why did she have the mic? Why did they have me give the DJ my music? Like, make it make sense. Why even tell her to pull up and get on stage and that? So apparently this is her side, but she didn't go. She's not speaking clearly, obviously, because my thing is just like, there's got to be more to the other side. Maybe she didn't get the note to say like, hey, you're no longer a part of the show or don't show up. Or maybe when they got there, allegedly, and they saw her under the influence, maybe they're like, hey, man, we can't let her go on stage like that. Who knows? So a lot of things that be going on to that situation, man. So let's transition over to Diddy real quick. Diddy working with Ghislaine Maxwell lawyers for his 2003 R&T case. I'm going to say that for YouTube because I know one of the words is a big no-no is the R. So you say that, if that's in there, you're getting flagged the whole entire time. Says the plaintiff is being represented by the same attorney as Cassie in her R case and abuse lawsuit against the Bad Boy Records founder. Okay, so plaintiff is being represented by the same attorney as Cassie. Wow, so now he's got her attorney that was filing against him, I guess. Wow. I don't even want to know how much that's costing. You know what I mean? Probably strong 20 to 50. I'm probably being with like Diddy. It's probably gonna be like, it gotta be like 30, cause like Boosie them paying like 10 and 20. Diddy, and they know you get more money than him. Apparently, yeah. It says Diddy has enlisted Maxwell's attorney Bobby Bobby Sternheim to represent him in a lawsuit from a woman claiming she was R by the disgraced mogul in 2003 at the age of 17, as reported by legal affairs journalist Megan Kunoff. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. So I think I've seen her floating around. She's all over the place. Yep, that's her right there. She always has all this stuff reporting about the celebrity cases and stuff like that. She was big on the one with Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. Ironically, right, after talking all this stuff. It says, Sternheim is the former president of the New York Women's Bar Association. She also defended Osama bin Laden's aide Khalid al-Farrawas in the 2015 trial for his role in the 1998 bombings of 2 U.S. embassies in Africa that killed 224 people, according to the New York Post. Fallas was sentenced to life in prison. Interesting. So, I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing having her on that. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, if she represented him, says, yeah, she also defended. Yeah, so she represented them. But, I mean, at the same time, bro, like that would, getting life in prison, that ain't a win. But maybe there was a death penalty on there and they didn't take him out. You know, I don't know. Because I'll say this about attorneys, right? What I consider a legal win, and I'm talking about my own legal battles right now that I've been through. What I consider a legal win, what I consider a win versus them considering a legal win is two different things. One attorney told me, like, hey, man, yeah, I was like, man, this sucks, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, looking back on it, man, actually, if we actually would have did X, Y, Z, it could have been worse. I'm expecting it actually to be worse than this. You know, like they're saying stuff it's not really helping, but they think it is. And like, yeah. Yeah. I've always switched up on attorneys because, I mean, it's hard, man. Finding a good attorney is hard, and I'm going to just leave it at that. It says, in the 2022, Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison for reuniting and transporting young girls who were later abused by Jeff Weinstein. It says, her sentence was slightly less than the minimum of 30 years behind bars that prosecutors were seeking. The lawsuit against Diddy, which was filed in December of 2023, accuses him and two others, including Bad Boy executives Harvey Pierre, of trafficking scheme that involved playing Jane Doe with alcohol and transporting her by private jet to New York City, where she was. I'm just going to leave it at that because I do not want to read that for YouTube because I already know that's a no-no. But yeah, apparently they done some things that was kind of messed up, obviously. It says the victim was in the 11th grade when she was first met Pierre in the third assailant at the lounge in the Detroit area. The two alleged convinced her to take a private jet plane to New Jersey before being driven to Diddy's house recording studio in New York City. This is my thing. This girl is 17. She's still a minor. Where is the parents? You didn't notice your daughter was gone? Like, ain't no way. You know, I'm not saying you can't let them go out and go to a concert, but I'm like, bro, like, you don't think like, hey, man, concert was over X amount of hours ago. Where the hell she at? You know? I know there wasn't really cell phones and stuff like that, but I mean, they not put out anything. You know, and I'm not trying to play devil's advocate and not trying to say any of this didn't happen, but I mean, like, that's something you got to at least put in your head. Says the suit claims she became inebriated to the point where she could not possibly have consented to having you know what with anyone, much less someone twice her age. Diddy was 34 years old at the time of the alleged incident. The woman is being represented by Douglas H. Wigglesworth, the attorney for Cassie and her. So basically the same attorney that represented Cassidy is representing Jane Doe now against Diddy, which the settlement out of court was unclosed amount. Do you think this is possibly a money grab is what I'm trying to look at this, man? Because he figured if he settled with Cassidy, then, you know, the little bit of dirt I got on him, he'll want to settle with me too, you know, and that person, look, even if it's like, okay, what he had to give Cassidy, this person, look at it, they be like, man, if I can just get a good milli, I'm going to be straight. You know what I mean? So that's something how some people think like that. So I don't know what to believe. I wasn't there. So everything I say in this live is alleged and opinionated based, but I can't say it didn't happen. I can't say what. Sometimes you just got to let the legal system run its course. And to be honest, y'all know me personally, I'm not a fan of the legal system at all. No disrespect, cause I'm gonna just say this: it's a system like it's an expensive system and something that I no longer want to be in ever again. You know what I mean? Let me read through this Trey Ave article real quick. Speaking of legal system, because this is basically where this all goes from legal issue to legal issue to legal issue. And I don't even be wishing that on my homies, man. Like, to be honest, like, now there are certain situations where you got to be like, okay, cool. Some people deserve what they get. And we're going to keep it 100. They deserve what they get. So, some people just get the sentence. Sometimes they get it right, but a lot of times the legal system get it wrong too. But let me read through this Trey Ave article, because speaking of legal system, I believe he is being locked down for a year. But we're to read through this article. It probably will confirm everything. And if I have to look up just to get some backup stuff, we'll see what's up. Y'all definitely smash a like button as y'all come in and out. And I appreciate y'all were kicking it with the kid on President's Day, man. Says Troy Ave tells fans send prayers up while he's behind bars over 2016 shooting. Now, this was with the Taxstone situation, to the best of my knowledge. It says Troy Ave is looking forward to moving on from the incident, telling his fans he's happy to get this ish behind me. So, yeah, he's happy to just go ahead and get his time, because, I mean, if you keep putting it off, it ain't like it's going to go away. Says Troy Ave is asking fans to send prayers up while he's behind bars. Says, all right, y'all, here it goes. So I'm guessing he just recently started serving his time. Says, all right, y'all, here it goes. About to run it up in court. Troy Ave said in a video shared to Instagram on Thursday, you might not see me for a while, but just know the streets is a myth. Okay. May have to see let me see if the Instagram post will pull up. I just kind of want to see how this, like, I hear it, but I just want to see if, like, there's any, like, let me see. Boom. Let me see if I can get the video to play. Nah, he just goes straight into this. All it did was open up another joint. So I didn't even take it to the Instagram thing. That's why I don't be always putting it on there all the time. But let me put the screen back up on here. Boom. Says last March, Troy testified that he and Taxstone struggled over the weapon that was ultimately used in the deadly Iverson Plaza shooting of bodyguard Ronald Banga McFadder in the 2016. Later the same year, Troy sued the venue and Live Nation over the shooting, arguing negligence and carelessness. But I guess, in NY, I don't know about now, but back then, I know you definitely not supposed to have a thing with you. Granted, places like that because it's like that in DC too, where there's no, other than, unless your job calls for it, you're not supposed to have a weapon in there at all. But just Google shooting and put that city in there, like DC or New York, guarantee there's going to be one found within the every 24 hours. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. Let me read through this real quick. It says Taxstone verdict in court. Short version is he was found not guilty of murder and also not guilty of attempted murder, but was found guilty of the lesser charge of manslaughter. Also guilty of 3 assault charges and 2 weapon charges. I still think he got a little bit of an unfair amount, because, I mean, obviously manslaughter, for the people who don't know what that is, and I know we do got some attorneys in the chat, manslaughter means unintentional death, like by accident. Like, yeah, you did it, but you wasn't trying to. So manslaughter, maybe they're ruling what he did was in self-defense. You know what I mean? Because meaning he shot him and killed him, but he wasn't trying to kill him. Like, he shot the guy allegedly, and it just happened to kill him. You know what I mean? Kind of like what Gucci got. Gucci had got manslaughter, meaning it was in self-defense. He was shooting at whatever was in front of him, and the guy ran off, and later, that's unintentional death. You can't put that on homie was about to trying to take him out. Now, Gucci has confirmed that he doesn't regret what he had to do, and we'll just leave it at that. Basically, the difference is, okay, cool, and this breaks it down right here. For murder, the intent needed to be to cause a death. Manslaughter is the intent needed to be cause serious fatal physical industry or injury, physical injury. So my thing is this, yeah, you caused an injury and they later passed away from it, but you wasn't trying. Again, it's unintentional, basically, the way I get it. It says, in June 2023, Taxstone, convicted of manslaughter, was sentenced to 35. Sheesh. I thought manslaughter would have been anything from 2 to 20, but I guess also, you think about this, it's probably the other charges he had with it that they put. But see, if the judge is nice, he'll let him run concurrently where, you do say like he gets the minimum of 2 years and the other charges, they're carrying a minimum of 5 years and another 5 years. So maybe that's what it, even still, you would think he would just, all right, cool, let him just do a strong 20, and call it a day. But, yeah, I don't know how they did this one or how it stacked up. And I know me and Dunks had covered this one before. But yeah, that 35 years is a long time, bro. A long time. Says, per a statement at the time for Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg Jr. says, Taxstone used a firearm to target his rivals, which led to the loss of his life and serious injuries to innocent bystanders. In Thursday video, Troy reiterated past remarks he made about the incident, namely that he's going to take the best out of the current situation. I'm assuming this is probably the video right here that they were talking about. We're almost towards the end of the live anyway. We're going to close it up right at the 30-minute mark. It says, and there you have it. Here goes the consequences, he said, but we don't cry over spilled milk. We take the lemons and make lemonade. God is great. And the paper straight. Y'all keep it cool. Y'all keep running it up. Send the prayers up. Prayers count more than anything. So let's see if we can get a play of a little snippet of this real quick. We got Divine Photos in the building. Says, the only Troy Ave song I like is Concrete Jungle with him and Pusha T. I gotta hear that one. I don't think I heard that joint, but let me play this. I ain't gonna play it during the live because I already know how that's gonna go.
Alright, y'all, here you go. I could run up in the court. You might cheat me, you might not see me for a while. But just know, the streets is a myth. All them people that was in the car with me, I ended up taking the calls. You know what I'm saying? Somebody shot at me. Instead of me laying down and dying, I'd have been a hero or martyr. I took the gun and bust back. You know what I'm saying? And here you have it. Here go the consequences. But we don't cry over spilled milk. We take the lemons and we make lemonade. You feel me? God is great and the paper straight. Y'all keep supporting. Y'all keep running it up. Send the prayers up. Prayers count more than anything, girl. You know, kids straight, family straight, fans straight. My body,
Hey, they doing this on purpose because somebody just following him and filming him. And he got the Air Jordan 2s on. Wow. They actually planned that. But notice he had the Jordan 2s on. And he had the shades on because, let's just keep it 100, homie looking a little emotional behind the glasses, dog. Not saying I wouldn't be either, but I wouldn't want a camera in my face. Like, hey, let me just take I will say this. Give it to Tory when he found guilty and he had to go. He held it up like a G and showed no tears. Like, I can't say I wouldn't have done the same, bro. But I guess when you already know your fate a little bit, you already, you don't act surprised, It says Taxstone and Troy Ave prosecutors showed at trial were engaged in a long-standing feud that led to the former initiating a confrontation at Irving Plaza, ultimately resulting in the fatal shooting of McFarland, Troy's bodyguard. Earlier this week, Troy spoke a length about the case and what ahead during the episode of his podcast. So I didn't know Troy had a podcast. Interesting. Says, I'm happy to get this ish behind me, he said before walking viewers through a summary of the past 7 years. He also noted that new music will continue to arrive, including the R&B album in March and an upcoming Free Troy Ave project. So one thing you got to give him credit, man. Hey, he hustling, and I'm going to give him credit for that. He hustling and he a grinder. Yeah. This one is kind of interesting to me, man. if there's any truth, and I don't know if any of this is true or not, but if there's any truth to what, Troy Ave is saying, that he did this in self-defense and instead of just laying down and, taking the, what I'm saying? Like, then why, and this is where the legal system could just be messed up. Why is it that if he didn't do this, he wasn't going to make it, then, you know what I'm saying? Which also, if he shot in the legs, you mean to tell me he was still able to get up? Most people I know that get hit, they like are limping. But I mean, I'm not saying he didn't do all that. On the video, it looked like he was doing his thing. But I will say I did see where he was coming out of the hospital in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the hell happened. Because it's one of those situations like the security thing. One thing about security cameras, they usually don't do audio just for legal purposes. Why that is a thing, I don't know. If you do have to get the audio, think about it. Even if it is like, it would be a microphone on the device, right? And the problem with that is the reason that they usually don't waste their time putting a microphone on there too much is because you have to be really up on it to hear the person. So say if a person, like right now, say if I got a camera at an angle like at the edge of like my house or something, right? If the person coming in, like think about it, if the mic that far away, you only gonna hear but so much, and you gonna be able to only turn it up so much. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Manuel Kick says J-Rod and Divine with the salutes. Appreciate that, man. So yeah, it's a very situation because Taxone, 35-year sentence with prison, city, merch, offers $35 to whoever names his album. Interesting. Troy L details alleged struggle with Taxstone over gun and testimony. And that's the thing I think people gave Troy Ave a hard time for, was taking the stand. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to put myself back on the main screen for this, because I'm not going to play his podcast. I guess it says De Facto Show. I didn't even know that was even his show. Interesting. Today I go to jail for defending myself. Yeah, everybody's got a podcast, so I shouldn't even be like low-key. I shouldn't even be surprised. But here's my take on the thing, and then we're going to wrap things up here for the night. Bro, it's simple. Like, he keeps saying, he did it in self-defense, but obviously there's something that's got these people spooked. Now, what is it? I don't know. And at the end of the day, think about it. He's got to go do a year, and he feel like he shouldn't be doing a day. And he's been keeping a low profile, man. I don't know what to believe, because Taxstone's story seems to, for whatever reason, he's doubling down. Like, yeah, we got into it, and who started it, I don't know. Because his side of the story, I feel like he really hasn't had a chance to really speak out all the way. And then, like, the last thing I think he did was a Vlad interview before he ended up, getting locked up. And he never got bail either, man. So, yeah, that's just one of those crazy situations. Now, Troy Ave, would he have gotten no time and or more time if he didn't take the stand? Because he took the stand to let him know that he didn't do it. A lot of people say you shouldn't be taking a stand. You see a lot of people not taking the stand. So I'll give you an example. Melly didn't take the stand. Tory didn't take the stand. Let's see. But then if you look at the people who did take the stand, they kind of like got up out of the situation. Like Hurricane Chris took the stand and told the truth. For according to him anyway. And he beat his murder case. So you got to keep that in mind as well. So it all depends on, I guess, your situation, but I guess if they both supposed to be about it, you're not supposed to say anything, according to what the streets say. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. But hey, the streets is the streets for a reason, and not everybody really about that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we coming up on the hour and 30-minute mark. Definitely want to get back off this thing and just chill for the rest of the night. I think I got one more video to edit, and my cousin got me to do some stuff. So hopefully don't be up too much more longer, man. But other than that, man, appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Salutes to Dunks. Salutes to the people in the chat. Smash the like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new and if you haven't done so already. We're wrapping things up for tonight. Of course, my name is Jeremy Jones, and y'all know what I do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday, which this is what this was today. Salutes to Dunks. Sign up for that sold out Discord. The link should be pinned at the top of the chat, and it is free to sign up. Appreciate the people that came through and kicked it with the kid in the chat. As always, man, I appreciate when y'all comment on here. Definitely makes things go a whole lot smoother. But other than that, should be back Wednesday with another Soul Dog Live, another Soul Dog podcast. But until then, man, yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice of control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so long. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. I'm in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice of control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come